Live.
Fuck your flowers.
Let's go live. Let's go live. Hold on. Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? Hello, 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 hello. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth, y'all. If you missed it, we were live earlier. We were live earlier, and we were recapping the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We had a really, really good time. I mean, probably better than the episode.
Fuck your flowers.
Probably better than the episode, but we had a really good time. We had some polls that we were doing. We were doing our own Watch What Happens live polls. Who should return? Who should not return? Against who and who and who and it. And we, excuse me, and we talked about Juneteenth as well. Happy Juneteenth. I know some of you are working. Some of you are celebrating by having a barbecue. You know, that's one of the big traditions of Juneteenth, parades and all kinds of stuff. You know, it's officially a federal holiday here in the United States. Google schmoogle, learn a little bit more about Juneteenth and the history behind it. We talked about it a little bit earlier during our Real Housewives of Atlanta recap. Guys, as always, be sure to let me know where you are watching from. If you're here now or if you're a part of our replay or later on crew, we want to know where you're watching from, the temperature where you're watching from. Today, what's the temperature here? 74. It's pretty nice day. I feel like we're finally getting an actual spring, but officially this week it will be summer. It will be summer. Shan said the polls were fun. They were, right? Next week's gonna be even more shady polls. Stay tuned. Mods, I'm gonna see if I can make you guys do the polls. That way I don't have to, do it during a live. First off, we're gonna get into a countdown. Before we get into the countdown, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know your thoughts on this episode in the live chat and in part of the replay crew. Let's get into a countdown and then let's get into Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. Live chat on TikTok. I know we had some audio issues. Please let me know if you can still hear me. Again, if we do end up having audio issues or streaming issues, TikTok, head on over to YouTube. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook, TheKempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. We're live on Twitch and Twitter. Head on over there. All right. Oh, it's 82 in Chicago. DC 89. Oh, it's cool here in New York then. Damn. All right, let's get into this.
Baby, baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor. I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter. I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll add the fuel. Follow my lead, just watch the shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool.
Welcome back, guys, to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. Shout out to Tammy for becoming a member. Shout out to everyone that became new members of the channel. You can become a member at TheKempire.com/join. There's all kinds of really great perks of being a member of our channel. Happy Juneteenth to everyone celebrating. Oh my goodness, Texas is 98, but feels like 107 degrees. Romo, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, happy Juneteenth, guys. Don't forget, our merch is now available for Pride Month and Juneteenth. And I know it is today's Juneteenth, but you can still wear this all summer, and you can wear this for next Juneteenth. Go get yourself some Juneteenth merch and Pride merch available at houseofkempire.com or head on over to TheKempire.com and click the shop button. All right? All right. Silas, you low down dirty dog.
Fuck your flowers.
Really, Silas tried to use our platform to do damage control. But we already kind of felt that when he called in. And we also felt that when Bria called in too. They're calling in to do damage control. And thankfully, we have a very major platform covering the show, this brand new show. So, he came through. He's like, I went to counseling. And I think that he did. He talked a real good game. And I hope that he did. Because next week, but I feel like that's his true colors coming out. But hopefully he really is in therapy. But don't be coming, you people, don't come over here trying to change the public opinion like we're dumb. We're not dumb. We will see right through your BS. However, I will say this because I'm intuitive. I did feel like he was being genuine in regards to the way that he was being portrayed on the show and what he's learned since then. Until we see season 2. Oh, I think they're going to get a season 2. I still want a reunion. I still want to see a season 2. And I want to see a couple more people added that actually summer in the Vineyard, continuously have roots in the Vineyard next season. However, I wouldn't get rid of anyone from this cast. Anyone else? I liked everyone a part of this cast. And when I say liked, I liked them for the show. I might not like them in real life. Shanice.
Fuck your flowers.
I'm obsessed with this soundbite today. All right? And I see all of your opinions and I agree with a lot of your opinions in the chat. We have a lot to break down. So, last week's episode ended with Shanice showing her breasts to the entire group because they're out, about to have a evening dinner and they're waiting for her. She finally comes out and she's like, cheers. And she's topless in front of Jasmine's husband and Nick, who has a girlfriend in Africa. She's beautiful. Did you guys, they showed a closer up photo of her. I was like, oh, she's gorgeous. But what kind of relationship do they really have? I guess we'll see their interaction because he was clearly flirting with these other women. And when he found out they weren't interested in him, now all of a sudden he has a girlfriend. Maybe he made it official after he found out they weren't interested. But he's been dating her for over a year. Ooh, some of you said that Jordan can go. I don't know. I still want Jordan to come there. We're going to talk about Jordan in just a second. So apparently there was a conversation between Bria and Shanice 3 hours before this dinner. So Bria shared her thoughts on what Shanice did in front of her boyfriend. And she says, you know what? I'm going to forgive you because, we all were drinking. I even want Shanice to come back. Because I feel like Shanice is perfect for a summer house show. If you know the premise of Summer House, then you kind of know the energy that needs to be brought. And she's that energy, like the fun time girl, having a good time. But she wasn't able to be there the entire time. She only came up during the weekend. Ooh, Divine says swap Jordan with Mariah. No, I still like Jordan. Like, I'm not going to judge Jordan because she was triggered this week. So let's blame Jasmine, because Jasmine's the one who brought up that Alex had Google schmoogled and talked about Shanice and, okay, we still have the picture, don't we? Y'all remember this situation. Look, come on. Where is it? Where is the picture? Do I have the picture? I know I do. I didn't delete this picture. Oh, here it is. Norman Towns from Insecure. I don't remember that. I remember him being on Insecure. He's cute, though. Look, he's cute. So we already went through. If you missed our coverage of what she was accused of back then, they had a tumultuous ending to their relationship. He accused her of stalking, all kinds of things. She says she's changed. That was a year ago. I was 28. Now I'm 29 and I'm different. What? Like, really? I didn't feel, I was like, if she said that I did that with my early 20s, now I'm 30. Last year? Look, we believe she did that ish, right? We believe she did that. We believe it. And I already told you, I kind of get a little bit of something's off with Shanice. Something's off. When we were first introduced to Alex and Shanice, Alex was sort of like standoffish because someone had sent him the information about her. And apparently Alex had been talking about it amongst the group. Preston said, I first heard about it from Alex. Preston threw him right under the bus. He said,
fuck your flowers.
Preston threw him right under the bus. I don't blame him. He's being honest. But I feel for Alex in this moment because I feel like everybody turned on Alex when he wasn't the one who brought this up. Shanice wanted to have a separate conversation with him about talking about it. She wanted to kind of put a kibosh on it. But here's the thing. Yes, Alex had been talking about it with the other group. Okay. But let's be honest. Let's not get off our holier than thou moment. Let's be honest. If you were in this house, would you have went to her after she was accused of all this stuff? Would you went directly to her, or would you talk to your friend about it? You'd be like, did you hear about that? You know what I mean? Come on. Let's be honest. Sashay Shantae says that Shanice needs less serious housemates. I mean, she needs someone that kind of matches her energy. I don't feel like there's a lot of people in this house that match her level of energy. Bria, a little bit, but even Bria, when it involved her man, she was like, oh, hell to the no. So Jasmine brings up what Alex had been talking about, and she's like, oh, can we talk about the Googling schmoogling? Which in turn turns into Jordan flipping out on Alex, and we all were like, where is this coming from? She flips on Alex. Let me save this. Hold on. Where is that comment? Hold on. Where did it go? Oh, here it goes. Cece says Amir looked like a deer in headlights that they all had to call. Wait, they had to call I'm not sure what you meant by that last part. Jean says Jasmine, aka producer's pet, brought it back up at the table. Yeah, we already know Jasmine. That was her job this season. Her job was to be the Kyle Richards of Summer House Martha's Vineyard. I'm okay with it though. I'm okay with it because if we relied on this group to produce this show, I mean, let the producers produce. I think you need that person in there. Because let's be honest, in your real life, you have a friend very much like Jasmine trying to produce a moment, trying to control a situation, trying to be the Beyonce of the group. Let's be honest, you have a friend like that in your life. Am I the friend? Am I the drama? No, I'm not. I am so not that friend. Nope. Love says Jordan really has some trauma with men. Oh my God. Literally. Do I feel like she had some valid points? Specifically with Alex? I do. Do I think Alex intentionally was trying to sexualize her? No. We all said last week, him saying, oh, you looking thick, was weird and out of place. And we were like, huh? And then when they play all the moments where he sort of made sexual comments about her, it also made her like, huh. This is why you can't just be saying any old thing to people. And once they call you out on it, you gotta pay attention. But do I think that Jordan was triggered this episode? Very much so. Do I feel like it was take down Alex this episode? I do think that is true as well. I finally got my Alex confessional picture. Look at him. Oh, woo, 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 Alex. Woo, woo, woo. Do we think that Alex is actually a bad guy? No. I do not think that Alex is a bad guy. Do I think that Jordan was triggered in this episode? Very much so. We've seen the signs and symptoms of her being triggered throughout the season. And we've been talking about it throughout the season. She doesn't want to be just viewed for her body or her looks. And we don't see a problem with that. I think she might have a problem with that and problem with the things that she's done in her career. I actually think she's a little bit hypersensitive that people are already judging her when they probably aren't. I don't feel like the group has even talked about her career on that level. But the way that she flips on Alex, I was like, whoa. And then Alex, I love that Alex used his words. He was just like, you know what? I'm going to step away because I do not feel safe. Because it literally felt like the group was attacking him when he wasn't the one to bring it up at the table. He's like, I didn't bring this up. I didn't bring this up. Jasmine did. And then they play it back. They play it back to Jasmine. Alex, we want to talk about... Oh, so Samara, wait a minute. Samara says, Alex is not a bad guy. I talked to him for months. He's a sweetheart. Do tell us more. Do tell us more, Samara. Now that's getting a little inside look. Courtney, mind your business, Courtney. Courtney was like, Samara, why are you talking to Alex? Spill tea. Uh-oh, TT says, nobody cares about Playboy. It's not 1970. I feel like the group hasn't talked about her career or any other thing that she's done in regards to that. I think she's hypersensitive to it because maybe people have judged her before, but also I think maybe she's judging herself. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think we can learn a lot. This is why we need a reunion. We need a reunion so we can unpack some of what's been playing out. Is it too late to do a reunion, producers? I know you watch. Hey, is it too late? Can we do a reunion? No, y'all are terrible. That's all. Samira, call in. All right, back to this. So Jordan clearly is triggered. Do I think that she's completely wrong? No. When they drop the receipts on some of the things that Alex has said since being there, I mean, she has a right to feel the way she feels. Just saying. Do I think that she was also triggered? Yes, I do. Both can be true. Both can be true. So the group is talking about this, and Shanice is like, I wanted to talk about this separately, but here we are. But Alex does end up coming back to the table. He also wants to know what he did wrong, because I don't think he really feels like he did anything wrong. Shanice then explains, like, what happened with her and this ex happened over a year ago. She was 28. A year has passed. She's a different person. I don't know. That stood out to me. I'm just like, are you really a different person? I mean, maybe she thinks that she is. Good for her. I don't think she is. AJ says that no, Alex did objectify her. Both he and Amir did. Ooh, that's a hot take. That's a hot take, which we're going to unpack because Jordan brings that up as well. All right. Simon, why is Bria in the bedroom this entire? Is she locked in the bedroom? Like this entire episode, she's been upstairs and she wasn't sick. Why is she in the bedroom? But she wasn't in the bedroom because when Simon goes upstairs to tell her what's going on, she points out that, oh yeah, I saw Alex left the table. So Bria is at the window like this probably, watching everything go on. She knows everything that's happening. Go downstairs and interact. You have signed up for a show that's only filming for a few weeks. It's only a couple of weeks, like 15 days. Go downstairs and be a part of the show, Bria. She's sitting there spying. Okay. All right. Oh, Ranella says Bria is channeling original Summer House. Is that what they do? Is that what they do? Trina says that Bria was sick of them. Okay, I can understand it. Sometimes you do need to unpack, especially when you do a big trip like this. I know, and you're filming. It's a whole other experience. I'm sure you can relate where you get sick of the people you're traveling with or summering with, and you're filming a show with them. But her boyfriend, Simon, he's loving them. He's having a good time. He feels like he has a real friendship with these people. And look, Simon turned out to be a nice guy and not who they thought he was going to be, I guess. I don't know. So anyways, Jordan says that she because Alex was making a joke about her celibacy journey, and I took it as a joke, but again, she might be a little triggered by some of his comments. So she says, I don't come for your veganism. I don't come for your soberism, even though you had a couple of drinks over the summer. She was like, I didn't have a couple of dicks over the summer. See, this is why we need Jordan, because these little things make me laugh. I'm just saying. I was like, oh, well, Jordan. But in this moment, Jordan accuses Alex of sexualizing her more than once. She also accuses Amir of doing the same thing because you remember what Alex said. But here's the thing, Jordan. You're judging Alex off of hearsay as opposed to you hearing Amir say that. But she's like, because remember Alex said that Amir had already called it when he came to the house that he's interested in Jordan. But the way that Alex made it seem, it wasn't like Amir says, that's who I want, all of you back off. That's how Alex took it, though. That's how he took it. But I took Amir saying that in the moment, I'm interested in Jordan. I'm this type of person too. I don't have good multitasking. I can't date all kinds of people at the same time. That's a lot of work. I don't know how some people do it. I don't know how you keep up. But especially on here, if you find your person, the person that you're interested in, and I have to say, Amir has been very respectful of his interest in Jasmine, not Jasmine, in Jordan. I don't feel like he's been forceful with his interest. I feel like he has really been a gentleman, no matter how we feel about how he treated Mariah. And I love how he was able to apologize to Jordan, but still has not apologized to Mariah. Hashtag justice for Mariah. Shout out to ex-Mayo on Watch What Happens. Like, she was funny. She was funny. And I like her hot takes. And she said, and we've said this too, that although we love Mariah, she should have never touched Bria. And she says, I know that's an unpopular opinion. We love unpopular opinions, X. We love unpopular opinions. But I can see that. But we still want Mariah to come back next season. We still want Mariah to come back next season. Bella says, watching the episode live with the chat. Love that. Love that. Mariah said, I'm glad Jordan got it out, but her anger was misplaced. Yeah. Oh, Brooklyn Star says Mayo, sorry. Brooklyn Star says Mayo needs Andy's job. She was good. I liked her. She was funny. Or give her own show, something. Very funny, very on point, very clear. I love that. Let me take a sip. Remember these from last year? Just saying. All right. Kat says, Simon was never the problem. Their concern was Bria's men turnover rate. They didn't want to get to know another Blow Joe. Joe Blow. Here today, gone tomorrow. Who cares? It's the summer. Loosen up. I'm a mess. Let me say thank you. Shan, thank you so much for the super chat. Shan says, we the people are not sparing Silas's A today. No. And we know what Silas was trying to do. He was trying to get ahead of next week's episode. That's why he came on our beautiful platform with our beautiful community to try and do damage control. I really hope that he really is doing the work. All right. He did say that he and Jasmine are in therapy. Okay. Mrs. D Green, thank you for the super chat. Mrs. D Green says, look, at this point, Jordan is on my list. Hashtag draining. Oh, damn. Not hashtag draining. DM Rocks, thank you for the super chat. DM Rock says, did you see in the preview for the finale, Summer pushes Bria harder than Mariah did? I know. I just was rewatching that scene because apparently Bria does not like the fact that Summer and Simon seem to be getting along. All right. And then they get into a physical altercation. I still want these people to come back. Stop fighting. Stop fighting. We can use our words. We will talk about it next week. Damn. Thank you, DM Rocks, for the super chat. She definitely pushed her harder because that looked like it was gonna. Oof. Danielle, thank you so much for the super chat. Danielle says, you know why you like everyone? Because you, hashtag, we don't know them. Exactly.
Fuck your flowers.
Oh my gosh. Mrs. D Green, thank you for the super chat. D Green says, Jordan is triggered every week. Well, remember, this is only 14 days. Well, 15 days. So it just seems that way for us because how it's playing out every week. She clearly has trauma, and I hope that she really is in therapy. I know some people think we just say that. No, therapy can help, especially for these moments. Get ahead of it. Don't wait till you're fully triggered in doing things that aren't healthy. April, thank you so much for the super chat. April says, Kempire, you're gonna get all my coins for this recap. Jasmine does not respect her friends nor boundaries. Ooh. Danielle, thank you for the super chat. Danielle, thank you so much for the super chat. Danielle says Jasmine needs to worry about her own relationship. I mean, especially after this episode, we're going to talk about it. Shout out to our King's Guards. We appreciate them being here. Don't forget to say hello to our King's Guards in the chat, aka our moderators. And shout out to our Team Kempire Royal Court members and, of course, our senior royal members. To become a member, head on over to teamkempire.com/join. This is our second live in the last hour, okay? So let me continue. So Jordan accuses both Alex and Amir of sexualizing her. And Amir is like, wait, what? Me? Me? You're accusing me of sexualizing you? And he doesn't know that Alex had told her this information before about what he said when they first got into the house, that he was, he's focused on Jordan. So no one wants to get to know her. But Jordan just said last week or the week before, she feels like that hasn't stopped her from getting to know people. Which is interesting, Jordan. So why exactly are you mad at Amir? Because you said it hasn't stopped you from getting to know people. Okay. So she accuses Amir, and Amir is just like, so Amir gets upset and he walks out of the room and he calls his friend. Because he doesn't feel like he's ever done anything wrong. He feels like he's always really been a gentleman to Jordan. I feel like he has been, based on what we've seen. But she has not pointed out any reason that besides the reason that Alex gave her. But she never spoke to Alex. She never spoke to Amir directly. So when I think about how she got mad at Alex for what he was saying about Shanice, I'm like, you're a little bit of a hypocrite, Jordan, because you never went directly to Amir with your concern. Just saying. So Amir's upset. He calls his friend. His friend talks him down off a ledge. He's leaving in a few days anyway. We're on like day 11 of 15. All right, so they still have like 3 more days. All right. Amir, Jordan, and Silas end up having a separate conversation a little bit later on. And Silas really navigates this conversation really well in order for Amir to come in and speak with Jordan. And he says, I had no intention of, sexualizing you. I want to protect you. I'm sorry. And clearly Jordan has some issues, because even when she goes in to hug Amir, it's sort of like, and he's like, no, give me a real hug. Again, Amir, just a lesson for the future. If someone doesn't want to hug you, if they're doing this, that means that she's not comfortable hugging. She's not comfortable touching. I would be like, it's okay. Whatever is comfortable for you. I just want you to know I'm not trying to sexualize you in that way. I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm trying to be respectful. Just saying. Oh, Ruth Ann says that I'm sick of Jordan. She's not likable. Lex says, let's keep in mind, too, that she had Amir in bed for like 2 or 3 nights. Was he in her bed or was he in another bed? Because I know he was in that room because of, the Coopers getting a, situation on. Okay, so everyone, I guess he was in the bed. But still, just because someone's in your bed doesn't mean, And he was respectful. Look. All right, Amir. You're back in our good graces this week. All right, Amir. This week. I mean, look. It's all gonna be about Silas next week. Just saying. Simone says, passive aggressive. This is exactly what I would do. Simone says, I would have shook her hand and walked away. Jordan has issues that have nothing to do with Alex or Amir. She's taking it out on them. Yeah. I probably would have done that. I probably would have been like very passive aggressive and like, here's my truth. I would shake your hand. Especially if you're going to do this. That says to me that you do not want to be touched. That you do not want, that type of affection. I'm not going to force a hug on you. All right. Hold on. Let me save this. Okay. Guys, we have almost 900 people in the building for our recap of Summer House Martha's Vineyard. We have only one more episode next week to recap in regards to this episode. So stay tuned for that recap. Okay. All right. Let me see. We had some more super chats. Zoe, thank you for the super chat. Zoe says, yes, Amir was respectful, but I don't think it's nice when guys get together and call dibs on who you like You are like as if you were an object. I understand her frustration. Yeah, I mean, I get that too, but I also feel like the same way she's saying that Alex should have went to Shanice, she should have went to Amir and even first of all got his side of it. You're taking this by what Alex said. Just saying. But we know how guys can be in regards to that. Tamika, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ifoma, thank you so much for the super chat. Ifoma says, I think Jordan regrets doing Playboy. It seems like this is a common denominator to her triggers. Do you agree? I agree. I do believe her issues is bigger than this house. Even though the producer asked her, you know, is this something bigger than Amir and Alex? She says no. She says it's them and it's everyone in the house that she feels hasn't protected her. But I agree with you, Ifoma. I believe it's not just that. I think it's something that she's dealt with over the years in regards to how people look at her, but also how she looks at herself. Camel says, because you know I'm going to mess up your name. I apologize, Camel. Camel says that Kempire, when Amir said he only wants to protect her, I was half expecting Jordan to say, I don't need a man to protect me. Right? Right? I'm surprised. Maybe they edited that part out. Maybe I would have expected. It just seems like her MO in her reactions. And also, to be honest with you, I probably wouldn't be friendly with Jordan. Especially as a heterosexual man. I'm not one, but I'm saying as a heterosexual man, based off of the interactions I've seen with her recently, I probably wouldn't be friendly with her. I probably like, oh, hey, Jordan. But I don't think I could be like intimately friendly with her because you just never know. What did I say wrong? What did I do wrong? Did I look wrong? Did I do something? It feels like that energy. Mr. Melon Magic says that plus she has also relationship trauma. Jean says it's confusing because she references Playboy often. Either she's proud of it or possibly wants to reinvent herself. Well, she is. She's on this show. Scherster says, I think she's self-conscious and making assumptions on how people perceive her. Oh, yeah. On some level, I think yes. And I also do believe people are judging her in a way. In this house, I don't know. Based on what we've seen, I don't feel like that. But who knows other conversations that are being had that were edited out. Mary says that she keeps complaining about being objectified and now more people will end up doing it. Or being like me, staying away. Like Shanice, staying away from Shanice. All right. And I wouldn't be surprised if Alex decides to sort of like keep his distance from her in the future too. I'm just saying. It's not right, but it's not, you know. All right. So Amir and Jordan end up being good. They end up being good. All right. Let me just save this. Hold on. There we go. All right. Tay Baby says, my thing is with Jordan, you supposed to be sexualized for money, but in a house full of single men that find you attractive, it's a problem. What does she expect honestly from men that don't know her? Here's the thing. She can have expectations, but I think especially when you're staying with people, if this is you, in order for people to get to know you and trust you too, you have to have conversations. And I think that's where this miscommunication has happened. They haven't had these kind of conversations. They haven't gotten to know her. All right. Moving on. Okay. Jasmine does say when she goes back to the bedroom that she's jealous of how Silas was able to bring the house together because that's really been her mission this entire season. She's been trying to bring the house together, but she's been failing. Poor thing. I mean, I get it. Like when you have a goal and you're not able to achieve your goal and then you see someone else come in and easily do it like that. But we have to remember Silas, you know, he's probably like the head of his situation in the army. So he's a leader. So he's able to do things like that. So he has a little bit more experience, Jasmine. You'll learn. All right. Guys, don't forget to let me know how you would rate this episode of Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Based on what I see, almost 600 votes on YouTube. You guys are rating this 77% of your ratings between 7 and 10. That's pretty damn good. live chat, keep letting me know. Keep voting. All right. Miss Beverly says, Jordan got upset when Alex called her thick. I think she interpreted it as him saying fat. Oh. Which, I know some of you be like, oh, no, she knows what that meant. You never know. You never know. Amber says Jasmine was deep in her Kyle Richards bag. I'm telling you, she is. She is. Dina says that Jasmine is being sexualized, controlled, and possessed by her husband. Oh my gosh, Dina. I mean, based on what we've seen. Okay, Jola says, maybe Jordan experienced more than what we saw. Exactly. Again, we are reviewing and watching a show that's edited. Who knows what is being left out? We don't know. I'm just trying to make it make sense. That's all. I know. We're trying to reach for you, Jordan. We're trying, girl. We're trying. Lux Girl Diary says, hold on. I missed it. Hold on. There we go. Lux Girl Diary says, Jordan objectifies herself and gets mad when others do it to her. Unfortunately, what you put out is what you attract. K Rocket says she can't control how people behave, but she needs some therapy to help with her reaction. High Vibe says she took it as a sexual innuendo. Robin says they came together for older trauma, not for fun. All right. Moving on. So Jasmine and Silas. Look, do I have a picture of Jasmine and Silas just together? I don't think I do. Damn it. Next time. I'm going to have one more recap of this. But Jasmine and Silas. Oh, no, that's Bria. I do have a Jasmine and Silas photo somewhere in here. It's all right. Y'all know what here's Jasmine. So Jasmine and Silas get into a fight over staining his pants. And here's the thing. I'm going to defend Silas. What? Because I felt his frustration. If I told you not to iron my pants and you insist on ironing my pants and then you cause a stain, I'm going to be a little annoyed. Okay? I'm going to be a little annoyed. I'm just going to be a little annoyed. I'm not going to, look, I can't defend all the other stuff with Silas. But in this particular argument, even though I probably wouldn't have someone ironing my pants or getting my clothes together. But he said these pants are not required to be ironed. Then she ironed them. And you know how sometimes they iron, depending on the iron, if you put too much water, if you have it on the wrong setting, and then or if the iron's broken, and then it will spill out like rusty water onto your good. I'm being triggered. If I told you not to iron my pants and then you ironed and then you ruined it, that is the only time I'm going to defend Silas, just because of this particular point. But the fight becoming the bigger fight that it wasn't necessary. But I can understand him being a little annoyed. We're not done. JB says, no, Silas's tone is problematic. Well, we're going to continue to talk about Silas because the fight is not over. Because he decides to bring it up later in the night. He brings it up later in the night. Here's the thing. If I was annoyed about it earlier. Okay, Jola, we're going to use a steamer. I use a steamer. It helps a little more. I use a steamer too. Okay, April says, okay, Kempire, breathe. It's never really happened to me. I've done it to my own clothes because I iron my own stuff. But then I'm thinking to myself, if I had told you don't iron it, it doesn't require ironing and you do it anyway. Just saying. Exactly. Nelly says, Silas couldn't let it go, though. He brings it up later on in the night. And she's so... Jazz was like, what? What are we talking about now? What are we talking about? We get to meet Preston's boyfriend for the very first time. So we didn't realize that Preston has a boyfriend of 2 years, which I agree, Preston, that is 10 years in gay years. Okay? Gay man years. Okay? The lesbians, they definitely go a lot longer than the gay men. But we meet Preston's boyfriend for the very first time. Preston's telling his boyfriend about the pride celebration that he's doing for the group. He's also, I love the fact that a lot of people in this house, at least two of them, can really cook. We have Amir, we have Preston who can really cook. So he's gonna do like a whole soul food celebration along with Pride. And the food looks good. Okay, the food looks good. But we find out a little bit more about Preston. Now that we're almost done with this season though, how do you guys feel though? Don't you feel as if like we didn't really get a lot of Preston and Preston's personal story? But I said this last night while watching. I was like, I felt like we got a lot in regards to Preston. Like for me, he added the shade, he added the funny, he added the professional, and he added the normalcy to the group. But I would have liked to see Preston's boyfriend come out for like a weekend, just so we can see the black gay boyfriend experience. Just saying. We got somebody flying all the way from Africa to come. We had someone fly from Germany. Come on. Preston was your boyfriend. All right. Alex and his brother are planning a whole musical celebration for the season finale, so that will be interesting. He's been pushing this music career on us, so it should be interesting. Ange says Kempire, Bria gets it in with the skirt skate too. Did you see their faces when she says, I could do a skirt steak? They all were like, yes. That steak did look good. And I'm not even a big meat eater like that. The steak did look good, but I think she has to be drunk to make it that good. Remember, she was drunk when she made that skirt steak in the middle of the night. That probably was hitting. They all got excited when she said, you want me to make a steak? So they all can cook a little something. All right. All right, so they start playing. So Alex and his brother are planning some music for next week's season finale. Preston is prepping his soul food in the kitchen. He tells everybody to get out. But okay, here's the thing, Amir. Amir takes off his shirt. He says, "Oh, that's better," so he can cook. First of all, I don't cook in my kitchen. Because if you're popping, like, with the oils and stuff like that, it's going to pop and hit my chest. Do you think Amir took off his shirt for me? No. No. Why are you taking off your shirt over my meats? I don't need your sweat dripping in my meats. He's on television. He wants to show off his chest. What did Andy say? Was it on Watch What Happens Live? Andy said he felt like he had some chemistry with Amir. I know. Courtney says Alex has been waiting to perform. I agree. Yawn. I don't really care. But he's related to John Legend. So it's in his musical blood. That's his cousin. Exactly, Jasmine. Jasmine says, Amir, y'all are frying chicken. Put your shirt on. Exactly. Nash, I think that's a black thing. I'm sorry, white folks. Nash says, shirtless, no, sir. Somebody call the health department. Exactly. Rosanna says, yes, Preston was our voice. Courtney says Andy wishes in his dream. Shereen says Andy and Amir they did have some chemistry. Do not get Andy together. Preston will be on Watch What Happens Live next Sunday as a part of the season finale and on to promote he'll be on Watch What Happens Live next week, which is perfect. Perfect. It's Pride Month and it's the finale of Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Okay. No, Amir is not related. Alex is related to John Legend. Alex is related to John Legend. Okay. I have to point out these little things that stand out in my mind that I notice, these little moments that we see in this group of Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Excuse me. All right. What else did I write here? Oh, so Jordan ends up calling her dad to discuss her being, she had a breakdown. She admits she had a little bit of a breakdown. And this is where we learn a little bit more about her. I didn't realize she had lost her mom when she was 16. That losing her mom and her dad losing his wife brought them closer together. Her dad gives her advice about, just being herself and expressing herself with the group. But I was more interested in learning more about her story because clearly there's more going on with Jordan. All right. And she looks just like her mom. Anyone notice? She looks just like her mom. Okay. So Jasmine discusses the creation of soul food. This is what I can appreciate of the show, especially because it is Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth to those that don't know. Google Schmoogle. All right. Sidebar, do you guys Google Schmoogle people before you meet them? I know a lot of people that do that, especially if you're going on like a first date, because we were talking about this at the top of the episode that, you know, Alex apparently Googled everyone. And Summer was like, I didn't Google everyone, but I did check out their Instagram. Summer, that's the same thing. I feel like that's the same thing. You're checking out people's social media. I don't do that. I'm going to be honest with you. I know you're going to be like, you're lying. No, I really don't. I probably should. Like before you go out like on a first date or something like that, I don't Google people. And unfortunately for someone like me, you Google me, all my stuff is coming up. So they're already going to know everything more about me than I do about them because some people aren't Googleable. No shade, but it's true. I really don't. What? P, I don't know anything about this mess. I've been too busy with the Real Housewives of Atlanta and now Summer House Martha's Vineyard. I didn't even see. Kempire, you got to cover this Russell and Aoki Simmons mess. What happened with his child? Not Aoki. Aoki in Harvard right now? Lord. Anyways, I'll check that out later. DJ says, don't buy clothes you have to iron. He said it didn't need to be ironed. Samara says, I do a background check, credit check, horoscope, and mental health check. How you do all of those checks? I know the background check. Credit check, you can do a credit check on someone? I guess you can do that technically with a background check. But don't you need certain information? A horoscope, you can just ask them, but then you need to do a full birth chart, so you need more information. And the mental health check, how you do that? All right. Gina says, I need to know if I'm going out with a potential psycho. Yeah, I mean, you got a point. You really do have a point. I don't know. Oh, she just graduated. Congratulations, Aoki. That's what we should be talking about. Graduating from Harvard at 20. Good for her. All right. Look, Ifoma, I didn't skip your super chat. I saved it. I don't read the super chats as soon as they come in. I save them and then I get to them when I feel like I have a little bit of a break in the recap. Okay? Now we'll read your super chat, Ifoma. Thank you for the super chat. Preston is so eloquent and genuine. I really love his feedback. I agree. And thank you for the super chat. All right. Let me save this next super chat so we can get back to it in a second. You guys are hilarious. I try to make sure I get all the super chats so we can get to them. I just don't go through them as soon as they pop up. Okay? All right. So Jasmine goes through the history of how soul food was created. You know, some of the favorite things that we love to eat as a community were sort of the things that we made into delicacies because it was the only things that we could get. So they talk a little bit about that, which I appreciate as they're preparing this fantastic meal. We have a scene with Nick talking to his girlfriend who's in the airport on her way there. She has to fly 10 hours to one spot. Then she has to fly another 10 hours. She's flying from Africa. So we're going to get to meet his girlfriend. Beautiful girlfriend. Beautiful girlfriend. All right. So, Pride Night. So first of all, the group eats the food. The food looks good. Honestly, the food looks good. So the group ends up eating the food, toasting, all that good stuff. Who cares? Preston teaches the group about how Pride started. And if you don't know the fantastic story about, well, fantastic, but it's fantastic because of where it brings us today when it comes to Pride. So he talks about that Pride story, how it all started here in New York City. Google Schmoogle it. He talked about it. Anyways. Camel says, Kempire, I must admit, I was surprised Jordan is so fragile and easily triggered, having been raised by her dad. Well, you just never know. You just never know how people are going to be triggered or react to things, no matter how they were raised. You know what I mean? All right. So Preston gives us the history about Pride. He also gives an assignment. I love that Preston said, so the straight men that are in the house, I was like, Preston, you're the only gay guy in the house. Everybody, I guess, look, I don't want to assume.
How you doing?
Hey, Amir. No. I don't want to assume, but I just thought that stood out to me. He was like, so the straight men in the house. And I was just like, well, just everybody else is straight except you. So they have to go learn a they have 5 minutes to learn a dance routine. So they go into the other room and they come up with a dance routine. And it's a sorry one. It's a sorry dance routine. Okay. So they come out and they start performing. Amir, we need you to, I know you're trying to get on Magic Mike for some reason. I don't know. Those Magic Mike moves are not hitting for me. Jason was like, I feel like my Jason and his moves. I like Jason though. I like Jason. Jason is light, fun, energy. Not light like that. I mean like light, like not on our Juneteenth. Okay. So he's like light, fun energy. I like him. And he's funny. Who else? Silas moves like a stripper. Like one of those strippers. Like strippers can't dance. What is up with that? Just saying. Simon. Silas called Simon a white Rick Ross, that outfit he had on. And then when he was dancing, though we already saw some of Simon's dance moves the other night. I was just like, and let me tell you something. A lot of y'all gonna say, oh, he's white, blah, blah. My friend, white, and he's German, and he goes to a hip hop dance class. He got some moves. He would put Simon to shame. Well, hold on. Nash says Jason and Preston can stay. Everyone else is on thin ice. L. Singleton says Jason has me wandering. What do you mean wandering? Wandering or wondering? Bajillion says that Silas's dance moves just put even more of a stamp on his bedroom moves. That is hilarious. Hilarious. Hey, V. V says, speaking as someone in the military that married at 19 and has been with their spouse since I was 14, as a leader, it's sometimes hard to separate work from home. V, I had this thought as I'm watching the way that Silas speaks to Jasmine. I was like, he thinks that he's taken his military experience and brought it into the house. And we've heard about this from people that have grown up with, in the military, people that have military parents and things like that. We are used to leading. I'm so glad you said this, V. I'm so glad you said that. Exactly. V says sometimes it's hard to separate work from home. I believe that. I definitely believe that. Essence, thank you so much for the super chat. Essence says, are the lyrics to the Kempire theme song saying, now throw that? I was just getting my life, but am I singing it right? I got to listen back to the song because I don't recall that part, but I'll get back to you, Essence. Hey. Renella, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you supporting the channel. Shout out to all of you that send in Cash App, VENMOs, PayPal's, tips in the various places where we have them. Thank you for supporting the channel any way that you can. You can also support the channel just by liking the video, just by sharing the video, just by going to some of our other videos, sharing, liking, telling your family and friends about what we're doing here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok. Thank you. And Instagram. We just had an Instagram live the other day, guys. You may have missed it. If you're not following me on Instagram, you're missing out. You're missing out. Follow me at TheKempire and Kempire Daily and Kempire Radio, because you never know where we're going to go live on Instagram or when. Or when we go live on Twitter, right, Twitter? When we have Kempire After Dark. Rosanna says, Simon has a rhythm of his own. I still like Simon. Rhythmless and all, I like Simon. He's very unproblematic. He's come in there and he's just chilling, having a good time, bringing food up to his girlfriend because she refuses to leave the room. All right, so Preston has his celebration, his pride celebration. The guys do their little strip tease dance. I'm trying to remember Oh, you know what? Sidebar, Alex, I don't even care about your dance moves and your balls. His pool balls. I liked his outfit. Oh, that outfit was. I liked the tan, a little suit top, and I was like, this is nice. I was distracted by the fashion. I'm so gay. Happy Pride Month. Okay, moving on. Damn, not the potatoes look so bad. Oh damn. Oh damn. All right, let's move on. So Silas goes back upstairs. They're going to bed, and he brings up the pants issue from earlier in the day because he's like, I don't feel like you understand where I'm coming from. And Jasmine is just like, she's like, she doesn't feel connected to the man she fell in love with. She says that his mentality is a turn off. And let's be honest, filming a reality show, being with your group of friends after the pandemic, you haven't been with them, especially as a married woman, this is a complete different experience. This is a different experience. So he brings that back up. So she's just turned off. She's done. The next day, he's just like, Jasmine, can I use your toothbrush? I used mine to wipe out the stain on my pants. First of all, how do y'all feel about using your spouse's toothbrush? I know a lot of us are gonna be like, oh hell no.
Fuck your flowers.
I know a lot of us are going to be like, hell no. But then y'all do all kinds of other stuff with this person. So what's wrong with using the toothbrush? I don't know. It's something about the toothbrush part. I'm like, learn. Not my toothbrush. And she didn't want to even answer him because she's still pissed about from the night before. Now you need my toothbrush? Ew. Look, ew. All right. But Jasmine opens up about, where she stands with her relationship. She doesn't feel connected with the person she originally fell in love with. All right. He did say, though, that Jasmine doesn't know how to iron. So his critiques of his wife is her cooking, being a wife, how to iron. Simone says, nah, we can't share toothbrushes. Do we need to do a poll? I already feel like I know what the poll's going to be. Ifoma says that Silas is no curse words, Ifoma. Come on now. Nightbot's going to get you. Okay? AJ says, I would have ignored him too. Me too. I felt her frustration as she sat on the edge of the bed. I felt her frustration in that moment. Hold on. Naya's Nest says, don't use my toothbrush. It's gross. And I've been married for 11 years. I don't know. Oh my God. I can't even imagine asking my partner. I much rather brush my teeth with my finger than go try and use their toothbrush. And why do you use the toothbrush to get out the stain? Was the pants that important? But despite her being upset with him, she goes and makes him lunch, breakfast. I don't know what she was making. She made some potatoes and some other stuff. She's talking about her frustrations with her good friend, Jason. She brings that up to him. He clearly is not eating it. And she's just like, I guess you're done with this? He's like, I don't react well to bread, potatoes. She's like, potatoes, bread? And he's like, starch. But that's the least of our problems, y'all. That is the least of our problems because the preview for next week's episode, damn, I've been talking for an hour. The preview for next week's episode, Silas is going to a whole other level. And that's why Silas came through our platform trying to paint a new picture of himself. But Silas, we're going to take you as you are this season. And then we will see if the counseling and the therapy has worked for next season. Coming over here trying to not emancipated potatoes. Y'all are a mess. Exactly. Foma says that Jasmine is his partner, not his mother. Thank you, Ariana, for the super chat. Ariana says, my family made me miss this. Not my family. Missed this live. I will be part of the replay crew. Thank you so much, Arietta, for the super chat. It's okay. Your look, it's Juneteenth. I'm sure everyone's out barbecuing and having a good time, but I appreciate almost 1,100 of you on YouTube alone that are here for our recap of Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Are you enjoying the show? Will you be back for a season 2? What do you want to see in season 2? What is your biggest issue with season 1? Silas? All right, let me drop the call-in link for members because we got to talk a little bit about this preview for next week. Because with the preview for next week, we see more of Silas's shenanigans and behavior. The way that he spoke to Jasmine in the finale for next week was disturbing. And I know he called here and made it seem like, well, you know, we are in therapy and we did that. I'm just like... And I really thought, like what V said, I immediately thought to myself, it's like, he's speaking to her like a child, but he's also speaking to her like I think he would speak to people in the military. That's what came up in my mind. I was like, oh, he's speaking to her like he's in the military right now. Look, shout out to all, those of you that are in our armed services. We appreciate all that you do to keep our freedoms. But to be honest with you, I don't know if I could date someone in the military because I just feel like this is how you would speak to me, and I cannot. I cannot. But everybody needs love. But everybody needs love. Hold on. All right, Senior Royals, I've dropped the call-in link for you. Live chat, we're not even at 500 likes. Keep liking the video, and I'll decide when I will drop the call-in link for you. But if you're a member of the channel, I'm dropping the call-in link for members backstage right now. Team Kempire members, Royal Court members and Senior Royals, I've dropped the call link for you already. Team Kempire members, I just dropped the call-in link for you as well. All right. Breezy says, the season was too short. Yes, season 2. How many episodes does the current Summer House get? And look, we know this is the first season of a spinoff. They don't know how it was going to do. They had already filmed this in September. So, and I found out about it in October. Well, a spinoff. I didn't know what it was a spinoff of. So they had just already filmed it. Samaris called him Major Pain. Kind of reminds me of Major Pain. Hold on. Ooh, Yazzie says he's not ready for a partner. Forever Moody says, my husband was in the military for years and would never speak to me the way Silas speaks to Jasmine. Well, you got a point. Okay. Boo Boo Chick says, Jasmine needs to start working and gain some financial independence because he won't change as long as he holds financial support over her head because he's too controlling. Does Jasmine not have her own job? I mean, I know they label her as a screenwriter, and we know that, you know, especially right now. So, are we going to call him Major Pain from now on? Oh, man, y'all are terrible. All right, Silas, you have been officially name changed by our community as Major Pain for a variety of different reasons. Dita says that Major Pain was rude, but he softened once he found love. Oh, the real Major Pain. Courtney says someone out there is perfect for Silas. Oh, damn, y'all already got him breaking up. Lord have mercy. They're about to celebrate their anniversary this month. Happy anniversary, the Coopers. Just saying. Y'all are a mess. Robin says that she's a stay-at-home screenwriter. I mean, most of them are. Look. Good for her. But look, she's also bringing home a check with the show. I'm sure the first season wasn't much a major check, but it was a nice little check. And if they get a season 2, it should be even better. Shireen, hey Shireen. Shireen, what time is it in London? It's late. Tell your little boy I said hey. He's probably asleep. Shireen says, Bria and Jordan were in the Hamptons this weekend. Oh, they should be in Martha's Vineyard filming season 2. Production need to get together. Well, let's be honest. Remember they filmed this past season in September. I don't need them filming in September though. We need them either July, August. However, we can't tell them that. It all depends on budget. It all depends on if they even got a season 2. There's a lot of stipulations for this. But I have a feeling that they did get a season 2. I need to reach out to some sources to see if I can find out. I need to know. Yes, he says Major Payne became likable, so no. Okay, thank you so much, Brycey. Brycey says that Summer House gets like 15 to 18 episodes, but their first season wasn't a long season. So this is their first season, which is fine. I just need if we could get a reunion, I would love it. I would love it. I know what that means that probably Andy's gonna have to host it. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's get to some callers. Let me switch out. Let me get to some callers. Let me put up my disclaimer. Happy Juneteenth, guys. Don't forget, today is Juneteenth. Go learn a little something about Juneteenth and how the holiday began. It's now officially a federal holiday here in the United States. We also have some amazing merch available at houseofkempire.com, both for Juneteenth and for Pride Month. So get yourself some stuff. A lot of you have been ordering some Juneteenth stuff today, and a lot of you are loving our hat. So be sure to head on over and get yourself a hat. I do love this hat, too. This has become like my new favorite hat. Okay. And of course, this is our Summer House Martha's Vineyard recap. We're going to get into some callers next. Let's do that. Oh, they said Summer House season 1 had 10 episodes. Did they? I felt like I tried watching that. I don't remember having 10 episodes, but maybe they did. Look, it all depends on what they have too in budget, and we already know. Look. Anyways, we're going to move on. All right, let's get to some callers. Okay, if you're a member of the channel, I've dropped the call-in link for for the members, all on the community tab. So be sure to check that out. Hi Vibe, thank you so much for the super chat. Hi Vibe says, Silas is using the military as an excuse for his behavior. I'm trying to figure out what she loves about him. Is it money? Thank you for the super chat. Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to wait. Ranella, can you? I'm not sure what you're saying here, Ranella. Kempire, can you make a hat for folks with a lot of locks? Oh, a hat. Oh, okay. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I think there is an option for me to do that. So stay tuned. Yeah, because this definitely would not work. Well, maybe if you loosen this up a little bit. And I got a big head, so this might work. This might work. Thank you so much, VW. She says, Kempire, you should host the Martha's Vineyard reunions. You would be perfect for it. Look, I don't know about that, y'all. All right, members, I've dropped the call-in link for you. We have some members backstage. Live chat, let's get to 450 likes, and I will drop the call-in link for you in a second. So let me bring up our members, okay? Members, let's go. Members, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. I'm gonna be generous, all right? Even though it's dinner time. You know how I get around dinner. I love the fact that you guys know me better than I know myself. I forget the things that I say on here. When I meet you guys, you're hesitant to hug. You keep your space. I'm actually in person. I'm actually a little bit more touchy-feely. Like, hey, how you doing? Shout out to London, y'all know. But some of the things about dinner and things, I'm like, damn, do I mention that too much? Yep, I'm hungry. All right, Brooklyn Star's backstage. We're going to bring her up first. What's going on, Brooklyn Star?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I've been waiting all day for this live right here.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. Uh-oh. What do you have to say?
With the utmost, all the disrespect, F that man's Target khakis. Okay, I was over him. I was like, what is wrong with him? I think his issue is half military and half culture. For the way that he talks to her or treats her, like almost like, I don't know, like some slave. It was crazy. And I think there's no way that this man showed his 100% pure self to her before they got married. There's no way. Because who would go for that? Not for the sake for a ring. I'm not doing all that. That's crazy. I just thought he was just so disrespectful. And the one thing I didn't like about Jasmine was she was just like, oh, don't let me open this door so they can hear how you really are. Screw these people in this house. He's not going to talk to me behind closed doors or in front of people like that. That was insane to me. Shanice, she plays too much games for me with this nudity thing amongst mixed company. Like, I don't think it's cute. It's for the wrong summer house. She would do better in the other summer house than this one. It's too much. I was gagged with Amir because I really thought she gave him a little too much, because back in the day, you know, when I was not saved and in the streets, you know, you and your girls see a cute guy, you'd be like, dibs. Just because you call dibs doesn't mean the person's going to like you. They might like your homegirl. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not that serious. I thought it was crazy. Alex gives me Leon vibes, like Cynthia's ex-husband.
Oh,
Leon, he gives me that type of vibe, really suave, that voice and the height and look of it all. I get that kind of vibe from him,
okay.
kind of like smooth operator type thing. But I think he did make some remarks towards Jordan. But I really think Jordan's not happy with her life choices. And I
Mm.
think it's just like a volcano. It's spitting up and she could use a little bit of help, like, just to talk it through. I just think she's not happy. And I low key think she wanted Alex until she started hearing the things that he said about her, like started saying about her. I think she thought that Amir was like, cock blocking her.
Oh,
That's what
oh,
I
that is
thought.
a. I do think that. Remember, we talked about this. I felt like she was vibing with Alex more than Amir.
Yeah.
So you
Because
think
who
that
else
Amir
she
was getting
wanted
in
in
the
that house?
way?
Who else she wanted in that house? Nobody, but maybe Alex. And the person hating on her is her homegirl's husband, not nobody else. Nobody's looking at her in a bad light except for Silas.
Good
Okay,
point.
that's all.
Thank you, Brooklyn Star, for calling in. Take
All right.
care. Wow, I love when you guys give me a different perspective. Okay, Wendy's backstage. We're gonna bring Wendy up next, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. Have we hit our goal? Yes, we did. Hold on. Let me just drop the call-in link for the general audience. Hold on. All right. All right. Members will get 2 minutes. General audience, you get 1. Okay. All right. Wendy, what's going on?
Hi, Kempire. How are you doing?
Oh, well, how are you?
I'm good. Okay, so Brooklyn just said most of what I wanted to say. I kind of feel bad for Alex how they was ganging up on him
Mm,
because it was Jasmine the one that brought it up. They
yeah.
could have just got on Jasmine for bringing it up. He didn't want to talk about it, but she like what you say like Giselle, like Cal is the producer and said, "Okay, we're going to talk about this moment." And he really didn't want to talk about it. That's one. And and I was just saying, you said something about you don't want to date a military man. Shoot, give me a military man. I'm a military brat, but I don't have any benefits because I need to go to the commissary, the Naval Base Exchange. I love to buy my purses, because you can get purses on a real low on military base, and there's no taxes. No taxes.
Mm.
Also, there are grocery stores. No taxes. Meats on the low. My mom is 80 years old. She still has my dad's benefits, so I know. So give me a military man, because my mom. I don't know how long my mom was gonna last, and I'm gonna need my hookup. Oh, and so yes. And
Okay. You
oh
gave
my
me a
gosh,
different
the
perspective.
liqueur. Yeah, on the liqueur, it's just nice. And so also I feel bad for Jordan. Jordan kind of remind me of my best friend. She lost her mom at the age of 15.
Wow.
So I really see my friend in Jordan.
Mm.
I said I was gonna say a special prayer for her, but I don't think they was like over sexualizing her like that. The way she was talking about, I'm like they just thinking she cute and they wanted to to holler at her, but she took it to a whole nother level. I was like, girl, you reaching too much.
Okay. All right.
But that's it. I don't want to use all my 2 minutes. Somebody else may need my seconds. So love ya.
You're 5 seconds. Bye, Wendy.
Bye.
Bye. All right. All right. We're going to bring up. Is that Janelle? Yes, that's Janelle. I was like, Janelle got a new picture. What's going on, Janelle?
Bonjour, Kempire. Happy Juneteenth.
Yes, happy Juneteenth. How are you?
I am bueno. I am fabulous. I hope you're good. And I know you hungry, so I'm gonna keep it cute and to the point. Ew.
Go ahead.
Okay, first off, just because Alex got rid of his F boy ways, don't in terms of like romance and pleasure, does not mean he got rid of his messy ways. Okay. So I think he messy and he low key messy. And that's the type I kind of always have to give side eye to because I'm just like, yo, you be knowing too much. Because let me tell you something from my experience, black men gossip a lot more than black women. I'm sorry that's a generalization to all the folks out there, but that's just my truth. And that's what I've experienced. Because let me tell you something, you think they're not paying attention, but trust. They are paying attention and they're telling their homeboys like yo, or they're telling their girls at home like yo, this what happened, blah 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 blah, and they got
The
all the
barbershop
details.
talk.
Huh?
Barbershop talk.
Exactly. And I've been in barbershops with my brother and my dad, and I'm like, oh my god, these dudes, these old men are talking crazy. But anyways, also I really do like Jasmine. I know there's like some people don't, some people do. I personally really like her. I'm also a screenwriter as well. So I definitely, and I also have a big personality like her. So I was like, okay, I feel this chick. Like I feel like we're on the same wavelength. And I'm gonna be very gentle with my words because she just did like one of my recent posts. Silas, my dear, I have dated African men, in particular West African men. And anybody who's ever dated anybody from the continent, the region does make a difference in their demeanor, in their personality, in their cultural differences, so on and so forth. West African men, if you don't put them in their place, they do try to be in control. And I have dated quite a few. Okay, I'm out here in these streets having fun. And I know with one of them in particular, if we didn't break up, I know I would have been wifed up, pregnant with a bunch of babies. Because that was his plan for me. So I'm not saying all African men are like that, but I'm just saying is sometimes those cultural differences, if you don't be like, what's up? It's a problem. So I know Jasmine will probably speak her truth sooner or later. But anyway, that's the end of my 2 minutes. I'm gonna talk to you later.
Thank you for calling in. Take care, Janelle. Oh my goodness, this is so interesting. All right, Zoe's backstage. We're gonna bring her up next. Hold on. What's going on, Zoe?
Hi, how are you? The
I'm well.
things you made me watch. Oh my God, now I'm here. I caught up on everything on Friday because we had a holiday called Youth Day. So I was like off work, so I caught up on everything. I'm like, this is so good. So anyway, the callers already mentioned half of it, but they are 100% correct. It's very, very cultural. And that's the reason why he can never like or tolerate a Jordan because she can stand up for herself. While a Jasmine is so desperate for their ring and be their wifey, she's easier to control. And I also wanted to interview his colleagues because that personality comes to work at corporate. They'll be treating us like we are Jasmine and they are mamas. It's not nice. And okay, I'm not gonna go too deep to that, but it is very extremely cultural and it's suffocating and oh God, it's hard. Anyway, move on. Alex, Jesus Lord. Alex is my type of guy, but I will probably get bored with him after a while
Here
because
you go.
his calming personality will balance me out for a while, and then I probably get bored and then go for Amira, who probably like be extremely toxic, and then I'll mix an Alex, and then change my mind. You know how it goes, Gemini. I do not like Jasmine at all, and I'm sorry to do this to you, but I have to correct you. Jasmine said she's jealous of Jordan because Jordan brought the house together, and she thought that her little tease about her marriage was going to bring the house together. It didn't in the way that Jordan's trauma did, and she did admit that she's an insecure girl. She is insecure, and she suffered from a man girl syndrome, and it is annoying. Good luck for her. We'll see how it goes. I love Preston. I love Bria. Shanice is my girl, but I would never bring her around my guys or my man or my husband in life ever. I will party with her, have a good time with her, and that's where she will stay. But I do like Bria. I don't know why people don't like Bria. I think she's, especially in her confession, I think the girl is real. Anyway, my time is up, but yeah, enjoy.
Thanks, Zoe. Take
Happy
care.
Juneteenth. I don't know what you guys call it, but enjoy the holiday.
Thank you so much. Take care, Zoe. And thank you for correcting me in regards to that. Because, sometimes so much is happening in an episode. You look down and you think they're talking about somebody else. But thank you. Okay, let's get to some more callers. I'm going to bring up Sarai because she's a member first. Hold on. What's going on, Sarai?
Hi, Kempire. So I literally just got off of work and I just got in the door. So I'm so glad to catch the live.
What's going on?
Honest, I cannot stand anybody on this show at all. They're just also the only person that I like is Preston. I just feel like a lot of these cast members are just very pretentious and uppity and too bougie for my liking. But Preston, he is the only level-headed one. He is the only sane one. I feel like everybody else is either a non-factor or melodramatic. Silas, you do too much, boo. Tone it down. Jasmine, not everybody wants to be married. Based on the way Love and Marriage Huntsville is going, who wants to be married in this day and age? Jasmine, not all your friends wants to be married like you, especially not a man like Silas. And I just think Shanice is a pick-me. She's severe pick me. Like Bria better than me and Jasmine better than me, because if she was flashing her breastises all around my man, oh, we would have some words and some non-words and some fists.
Oh.
Shanice does too much, and Amir, isn't Amir the little short one?
I don't know how tall he is. This one?
Yes, that one. I don't like him at all. He gives little D energy all the way. Like he's cute, but sometimes that cuteness doesn't take up for the lack of personality or yeah. But this show, I'm still missing my baby girl, my boo, my wife Mariah. Bring back Mariah, please. I miss her so much. She look at her. She is so I think I miss Mariah the most because I just had a crush on her. Like
you know what, Sarai.
But happy Juneteenth, happy Pride. I give this show 0 out of 10. Bravo, do better. We actually want to see people who are from Martha's Vineyards, not vacationers. If I wanted to see vacationers, I would watch the Jersey Shore.
Oh.
But yes, but bye, Kempire. Love you.
Take care, Sarai. Bye. Y'all are a mess. Y'all are. Oh, Amir's 5'7". Damn. Amir, Silas gives SDE for sure. Okay, all right. I'm done with this conversation. Let me bring up Miss Bernice next. Hold on. What's going on, Miss Bernice?
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though?
This is your show.
Yeah, this is my show, and I was disappointed in Jordan because you came on the show stating that you had been celibate and you wasn't looking to hook up with nobody. And so when people are interested in you, you put up the flag. I ain't had sex. I'm not interested in you. Leave me alone. But people still wanted to get to know you as in the person you are. And you shot them down. But to take it to the extreme that you was being objectified, guys gonna be guys. You're a beautiful woman, so of course they're gonna be drawn to your beauty first. And then they'll find out after they talk to you what type of person you are. You took this whole year to not to have sex, but you didn't internalize and find out who you are. That's not Alex's fault, and that's not Amir's fault. That's your fault. Because you're traumatized. I lost my mother at 14, so I understand her losing her mother at 16. And you never get over that. Mm. Okay. But you pose for Playboy. I grew up in the 70s and the 80s. People posed for Playboy. It wasn't a stigma because they used it to a stepping stone to go into acting, go into singing, or do something else. That's the purpose of it. You didn't do that. You just got caught up in the image of what Playboy was and how you fit in it instead of it fitting you. It's a difference. Mm. And you don't know who you are. Your identity outside of Playboy. Who is Jordan? That's what you should have been doing this past year, finding out who you are. And you're not comfortable in your own skin. That was obvious from last night. You're not comfortable in your own skin. You got to find out who Jordan is, besides the Playboy bunny.
Okay, Miss Bernice, thank you so much for calling in.
No problem. And Silas, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna pray for that babe. I'm gonna pray for that babe. Okay.
Bye. Abria, for some reason, it's saying device is not connected. Drop out and call back in. I'm gonna bring up Jamie next. What's going on, Jamie?
Good, blessed evening, Kempire. I had to call in because I'm listening and I love a lot of the perspectives. But Silas, I think clearly we all know he's problematic. And maybe it's a matter of maturity. And him and Jasmine should have done way more work before getting married. As far as people, there was a caller who talked about marriage is not for everyone. I totally agree with that. I think this new aged social media, internet, business is ruining that whole perspective. I called in last week. I'm a married person, love my husband to death. He's a good old American. I am not. I'm an immigrant, and I don't appreciate what Silas is doing to Jasmine. I would never tolerate that kind of behavior from my husband at all. But good luck, girl. Do you? Good luck. I hope they can work it out. But I don't like this perspective of people saying she's forcing marriage on everyone. She's not. I think she knows more about Jordan than we know as the audience.
Yeah.
And as her friend, I think she knows Jordan wants more, and she's just trying to encourage her. But Jordan has some work to do. Clearly, she has emotional turmoil and issues. But marriage is a beautiful thing. It is not for everyone. Clearly, it doesn't matter how long you've been married. People break up after 30 years, 10 years, but do what works for you. But there are good men out here. They're good, especially in our Black community. Like, I hate that stereotype. They're good men, and you can date outside of your race, like Bria, the brat. But it's all good. But I love everybody's perspective. I love you, Kempire.
Thank
you.
Thank you, Jamie. Take care.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Oh, perfect timing. And I love all of your perspectives as well, guys. Thank you to everyone that called in. Bria, maybe next time when we go live, you can call back in. But thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to everyone sharing your perspective in a respectful way in the live chat. We appreciate you guys. Let's continue that conversation, that respectful conversation, because we don't moderate adults in the replay crew. All right. Thank you again to everyone that called in. Thank you to everyone that sent in the super chat. We appreciate your support of the channel. I hope I didn't miss anyone's super chat. If I did, I apologize. It's not intentional. Look, it's definitely not intentional. Okay. Bria the brat. I know that made me kiki a little bit too. I mean, she's a little bratty, and next week she's gonna be up our nerves again. She's gonna be up our nerves again because she's getting into a fight with Simon, who's been nothing but sweet, bringing up food and everything. He's been nothing but sweet. She turns on him because of how friendly he is being with Summer. That turns into a physical situation between Summer and Bria. Are we surprised? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit, at least on Summer's behalf. We shall see. But I love the conversation that we're having. Let's continue this conversation in the comment section. Thank you again to our King's Guards. Thank you again to our Team Kempire, Royal Court, and Senior Royal members of the channel. To become a member, head on over to TheKempire.com/join. And don't forget, what was I going to say? Don't forget. Oh, don't forget to rate and review the podcast, Kempire Radio. A new episode came out over the weekend. Thank you all for being here. Everyone have a great rest of your evening. I will see you all tomorrow for our Tuesday takeover. Don't forget, we have Pride merch, Juneteenth merch available at houseofkempire.com. And tomorrow's Tuesday takeover, it will be at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. So be here for that. Got to go watch 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days. I have some more episodes to watch and hot topics to cover and to get into some of the things that you guys were talking about in the chat. Talk to you guys later. Go watch our Real Housewives of Atlanta recap. It was a good kiki. Bye, y'all. Brio says, where was the cast this week? They need to hide. We don't need them calling, messing up our vibe. Okay? All right, let's get out of here, y'all.
I know you feel it in the nighttime, and you've given all your days while they were waiting on the right time. You went and made your wave. I don't need reasons to live. There's no reason to quit, it's all I know. So once again, I'm gone with the summer. Yeah. Gone with the summer. Once again, I'm gone with the summer. They be trying to count us out, we highly endowed. They must not know what's at stake, what we fighting about. There's tradition to a wordsmith, the missile shooter. How my automatic sniper, I bet this'll do ya. I give reason and ether to all the line soldiers. I'm undefeated, my region remains on my shoulders. I've cried nights, that's only because of highlights. I find life in knowing I'm playing mine right.
Wicked crimes from them wanna-be crowned. Try to lead me to the deep where I might cunningly drown. At times I thought they got me where they wanted me now. But like the sun, I rise up when I don't wanna be down, and that's real. I know you feel it in the nighttime, and you've given all your days while they were waiting on the right time. You went and made your wave. I don't need reasons to live. There's no reason to quit, it's all I know. So once again, I'm gone with the summer. Yeah. Gone with the summer. Yeah, yeah. They ain't never been eye to eye with Satan in the broad daylight. Gone left while they all sway right. A true maverick, unbothered by what y'all made right. A naysayer slayer, I'm filleting all daylight. Yeah, we in that upside down, I manage not to sink. They keep our eyes wide shut, I manage not to blink. Another decade or maybe they not faking. Maybe it's more to it, maybe we got taken advantage of. Either way, the damage is done. The bottom feeders get to eat all them glamorous crumbs. Where all them seekers of truth, the speakers of the youth. We come and go with the summers, keep believing in you. I know you feel it in the nighttime, and you've given all your days while they were waiting on the right time. You went and made your wave. I don't need reasons to live. There's no reason to quit, it's all I know. So once again, I'm gone with the summer. Gone with the summer. Yeah, yeah. Once again, I'm gone with the summer.